Digital technology is rapidly transforming the global economic landscape, daily lives, as well as the way we conduct businesses. In Nigeria, the digital economy has fast become a key priority as the country makes strides to harness data and new technologies to strengthen its digital space. The National Information Technology Development Agency is committed to implementing the National Digital Economic Policy for a Digital Nigeria with a mandate to create frameworks for the planning, development, evaluation and regulation of information technology practices in Nigeria. The agency has made moves to drive digital inclusion, support small and medium enterprises, as well as safeguarding the data privacy rights of Nigerians, among others. We chat with the Director General of the agency, Kashifu Inuwa, on ways the agency is trying to deepen technology across the country and possible policies that can be adopted in the Nigerian ecosystem.
We started the Agencies Committee. We have it for the past 2 years, looking around it. What is the best way to go about this regulation of the digital asset? So we don't want to rush into it to stifle innovation because, the way it operates in this world, the people in that space always trying to hack the regulation. So we don't want to be like we are trying to stop them from doing what they are doing. We want to work with them, allow them develop a use case. Then we'll look at the use case, under whose mandate it falls. Is it under the financial that CBN regulate? Is it under the security that SEC regulate? Or is it under the general technology which NITDA regulate? So that's what we are trying to achieve with the strategic adoption. We don't want to just say, don't use this, don't use that, or you must use it this way. If you do that, that means you are stifling the innovation. We want to work with them, let them innovate, let them come up with the use case, create service, then we look at it. Who is the best to regulate it to safeguard consumer as well as the service provider? Because at NITDA, we see regulation as a way of protecting consumers as well as the provider. Because if you don't have regulation, one will cheat another. So we don't want to use regulation to stop you from coming up with innovative ideas.
Okay, Digi, I know you mentioned a bit about startup and some of the schemes that you're creating for startups, but would we, because one of the biggest challenge still is the challenge of funding. Is there a strategy around that to make sure that the environment is more startup friendly?
We have so many initiatives we are working on. One of it is we are working with MIT under one of the initiative, MIT REAP. REAP stands for Regional Entrepreneurship Acceleration Program. It's a global capstone initiative designed to help region accelerate innovation and entrepreneurship, as well as promote social progress. They come to a region, create an ecosystem, help the region craft a strategy that can help position the region to benefit from its innovation capacity and entrepreneurship capacity. So part of what we are working on, the creating the ecosystem, we have identified 5 key stakeholders. Firstly, the universities. Universities are the ones that produce the human capital, and mostly ideas started from universities. So we want to see how can we harness ideas from universities to the industry. Then secondly, there is corporate organizations. Corporate organizations, they are the industry people. They are the ones that absorb people coming to the industry, and they are the one buying the product and services. There is need for alignment for them to understand, for the entrepreneurs and universities to understand the industry needs so that they can produce people with the requisite skills to seamlessly plug into the industry. Then we have the entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurs is about the ecosystem in general. It can be a student, it can be a graduate, it can be a dropout, anybody with idea. How can we harness that idea and create value from it? Part of what we identify under the policy, there are 5 policy statements. One is about human capital. How can you develop the human capital? Then the second one is about funding. How can you fund these startups? Then we have about infrastructure, and I think these 3 are the most important: the human capital, the funding, and the infrastructure. Part of the proposal is even to develop a venture capital act.
Amazing, interesting days ahead. All right, Gigi, finally, before we shut down the show now, when do you think, or how optimistic are you about IT becoming the major contributor to our national GDP? I know it's rising now, but how confident are you?
I think whether we like it or not, it is going to be. And this is a global phenomenon. It's not only Nigeria. When change comes, it's better you align with it than resist it. This is not the first time we are having a paradigm shift in the way we live as human beings. The first, it started with agricultural revolution. Before, human forage around for food. But later on, we domesticated animals and we combine our effort with animals' effort to improve food production. The first industrial revolution was about mechanizing all this production. How can we use steam, water power, mechanical power to replace the animals? You know, there was a resistance even then. People that have the animals were saying the machines are going to render them jobless. Then when electricity comes for the second industrial revolution, it was the same thing. In the steaming industry was disrupted completely. And the electricity is everywhere. Everyone is using it. Likewise, the third industrial revolution, which was powered by electronics and internet. A lot of industry died as a result of this revolution. So this fourth industrial revolution also, we are on the verge of it. So whether we like it or not, it is coming. So it is better for us to position ourselves well so that we can benefit from it rather than resisting it.
Amazing, Gigi. Thank you for being on the show today. We wish you all the best as you continue to deepen technology in the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It is a pleasure.